damn you guys all to fucking hell! Damn you to hell for that!
So Jon Skywalker is at the biggest downfall of his entire career. Yes, his entire career.
Alright, for those of you wondering if I'm doing better, if I've recovered, check this shit out, guys. Holy shit. This keeps coming and going. The use of my diuretics. Fucking swollen ass feet, like about 10-15 pounds of water retention. You know, look at my legs. They're all like swollen and shit. My muscles, bro, I lost my physique. Seriously. So it's like, bro, I gotta come back. That's like way overdue right now. But like, my health keeps like fluctuating, you know?
This man was the godfather of the fitness industry at the side of aesthetics movement, together with Jeff Side, who all made an oath to push the sick, unshredded religion more and more to younger people, and it worked. Jon Skywalker inspired thousands of people like Lex Little, Gabe Dusage, and many more aesthetic influencers.
Yeah, that's why you have to be, you know, in tune with your emotions. So if you're a person where your emotions are controlling you, you hop on steroids, bro. They call it roid rage, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's like you just become really emotional about everything. And if you don't know how to process that, you become angry, you know, because you feel misunderstood.
So yeah, Jon was a very influential person, had the full-on swagger, pulling up with the BMW i8 and his typical high-top forces and winter jacket. Bro had the unique swag.
I would have brought you, OG one, bro, but...
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, like, you were one of my biggest inspirations when I started working out, like, 5 years ago. And like, bro. No, like, for real, and I was gonna buy the Trendsetter hoodie. Like, or the Trendsetter stringer for like the longest time.
The crazy thing is, I used to be the black sheep of the industry, okay? People fucking outed me because of my because I was open about steroids. No one in the industry fucked with me. Now look, bro, a few years later, bro, these are all my kids, man. My kids are running the industry, bro. My kids.
But one problem Jon Skywalker the industry did not like and always kept warning him about was his mindless consumption of drugs. Jon Skywalker originally was known to be the party festival guy, inheriting the Ziz lifestyle, which was taking experimental drugs and also smoking a lot of weed, plus taking steroids.
No, you can include this, bro, because, bro, there's a huge population in America that's taking this shit right now.
But listen, do you
pharmaceuticals
think
can
that's
be dangerous, man.
Do you think that's a bad thing or a good thing? Because there's a lot of people that might not need it that are taking it.
But a lot of people take meds now, okay? The pharmaceutical industries, that's one of the major industries.
Yeah, but in a way, you're aware and you can control it, but I feel like a lot of people can't.
Dude, they're prescribing it to like 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so easy. You could just lie the whole when people in college would just bullshit the whole exam.
After your brain's already developed and stuff like that, that type of stuff isn't as bad. If you're taking a lot of Ritalin, Adderall and stuff like that at a young age, it can seriously mess up the way that your brain's wired.
And every action has its consequences, and his karma was his overall health. End of the year of 2024, Jon experienced a tragic health decline.
Luke Skywalker, Jon Skywalker, a guy when I first saw him come on the scene years ago, I thought it was Bruce Lee from the Chinese Connection with sunglasses on. But he was a fitness influencer who came on the scene very quickly, rose to fame, built a massive following, and he was known for preaching the party lifestyle, party drugs, cigarettes, steroids at a very, very young age, his favorite being Trent. He even made t-shirts showing people how much he loved Trent. Now, does this sound familiar? Doesn't this sound like the same path that all these new asshole influencers use to rise to fame so quickly? Well, he's been missing from social media for over a year. Nobody knows really what happened to this guy. He used to post all the time. He hasn't been posting. Nobody really knows what happened.
He stated that he's been dealing with heart issues since the end of 2024, and no, it wasn't because of Trend and test. Take in mind, those are steroids. he just mentioned, and says in fact he was just completely off gear for the majority of 2024, which explains his muscle loss in pictures, and talks on it being, caused by ketamine, a therapy he started when he turned about 30 years old, which led to the most challenging addiction he's ever had to overcome. So for overall better context, on the street, ketamine is sometimes used for recreational uses for its hallucinogenic and dissociative effects, which is why it's nicknamed Special K. I'm sure your homeboys will probably spoke about taking Special K and whatever, and could be the reason Jon took it, since when his background is leaned into psychedelic trips and taking mushrooms and all that crazy weird tripping stuff. This health declined, ruined Jon Skywalker mentally. He started crashing out on camera, covered up his neck tattoo, which he probably thought blocked something in his life spiritually, lost all his muscle and went complete ectomorph, and his leg went extremely inflated.
Recently, just a few days ago, he posted something on his story that he quickly deleted. And I'm not a doctor, but if you take a look at these photos, you see swelling, edema in both ankles, both feet, on both legs. And when you see signs like this, you can only think of kidney failure, heart failure as showing the same symptoms of the swelling in both ankles and feet. And I'm not the type of person, you guys know, I'm not the type of guy who likes to make assumptions or say, what I think is wrong with somebody. I mean, but looking at these photos, you can only think that something serious is going on with it. So I took a step further and I reached out to Jon. And of course, he didn't get back to me, and this is days ago. But then I took it even further and I reached out to his friends and family, and somebody did get back to me. And they told me that he's dealing with serious health issues. They wouldn't tell me the specifics of what he's going through, but from the video, from the pictures that we seen on his Instagram, we can only assume it's something that doesn't look really good.
So as of now, Jon is leaning more into Jesus and hope he finds faith within his journey to rebirth. We really wish Jon well, as we love him. He really is an inspirational guy and has crazy outlooks and conspiracies about things which are fun to actually listen to.
Everyone's like,
you were posting all this shit.
Well, I just feel like it's good to break the mold sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Because everyone's like, they were like, okay, we're all portraying this like, I'm like genetically superior. I'm so much harder working than everybody else. And that was like, and for me, coming from outside of that, I was like, dude, I don't want other people to feel the way that I felt, like that there's this community of people that's like, oh yeah, we're like better than you, suck or cock, stand in line to see us. I was like, no, dude, anyone can do that shit. You know what I'm saying? If someone's doing that shit, then why shouldn't it be you? Why shouldn't it be me? Why shouldn't it be you? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's the mentality that you have to have. You want to be a doer, not a viewer. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Yeah, so after you fucking watch this video, get off your fucking ass and do something productive for your life, chase a passion. Yeah.
Could have said it any better. Oh, yeah.
But now there's a new mold that needs to be broken. You know what I'm saying? Because now everyone's kind of doing the, I don't give a fuck about anything. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. You always want to be on the frontier of it, you know what I'm saying? So if you're directing the flow in a certain way, that's how you're going to be able to make the biggest difference, because now everyone's doing that shit. That's why I want to change my brand more too, to be more. I was
kind of going the same way.
Yeah.
I've been going the same way.
I know, I've seen it, but the thing is that we're it's not naturally in our nature, because we are kind of troublemakers, you know what I'm saying? So it's like it's not naturally in our nature to do that shit, so it's like we kind of have to figure out what the next step is, and then it'll flow naturally through our social media.
We have to just get used to it more.
Since when his physique completely vanished, he lost his sponsorship from Young LA because he can't generate sales as his ideal marketing is no more, meaning that he is in financial risk or crisis and can pay bills, as he said in his story quite a while ago. I just don't have the story anymore because I never really thought about downloading it. So overall, comment down below what y'all think of the situation, and please wish Mr. Uncle Jon prayers for him to get better. But enough yapping. Peace out.
Bye. Have a great time.